Have you ever looked around your home and felt like everything's just a bit much? The sink has dishes waiting. The mail's been sitting unopened. Maybe the bed didn't get made, and that one corner you've been meaning to tidy? Still untouched. You sit down, sigh, and think, where do I even begin? If you've felt that way lately, you're not the only one. And you know what? That feeling doesn't mean you're lazy, or messy, or behind. It means you've been living. Life is full. Some days are heavier than others. And sometimes, the home we want, the calm, welcoming one, feels a little out of reach. Today, I want to share a few of those habits with you. They aren't chores. They aren't checklists. They're little acts of love. Simple things that can bring more ease, peace, and comfort to the space around you, and more kindness to the way you care for yourself. These are the same habits many women your age quietly rely on, not because they're trying to impress anyone, but because they've learned what truly helps. Stay with me till the end, because after the first 5 habits, I've got 2 special ones that have brought light into the lives of so many women, especially during those long, quiet seasons when you just need something to feel right again. Now, before we jump in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Habit 1, begin with love, make your bed. Now, I know what you might be thinking, I've lived long enough to know a bed is just for sleeping. And you're right. But hear me out for a moment, because this small habit isn't about neatness or showing off. It's about how you feel when you start your day. You see, when we make our bed in the morning, even if it's just pulling up the blanket and fluffing the pillows, we're sending ourselves a quiet message. A message that says, I care about myself. I care about my space. It's not about perfection. You don't need crisp corners or perfectly tucked sheets. Just a few seconds of care, and you've already created a little spot of calm. And that's what matters. Think of it this way, when you walk back into your bedroom later in the day, maybe after a doctor's appointment or a phone call with family, and you see that bed made, it gives you a small lift. A moment of peace. A reminder that you began the day with purpose, even in a small way. And for those of us who may feel our days have slowed down a bit, this little habit helps add rhythm. It gives the morning a starting point. A gentle nudge that says, okay, let's begin. Some women I've spoken with say this habit has helped them feel less overwhelmed. That it gives a tiny sense of control when the rest of life feels busy or uncertain. Others say it simply feels like a gift, a clean, smooth bed waiting for them each night, like a hug they gave themselves earlier. And if there are days you don't feel up to it, that's okay, too. This isn't about guilt. It's about kindness. So on the days when you can, do it with love. Do it because you matter. Do it not for others, but for the woman you are today. Point 2, keep the sink smiling. Now, I know it's not always easy to stay on top of every dish, especially when you're tired or living on your own. But here's something that might surprise you, how your kitchen sink looks can actually affect how you feel. When the sink is clean, or even just not overflowing, it brings a small, quiet sense of peace. It's like your home is saying, we're okay. We're steady. But when the dishes start to pile up, so do the feelings. The weight of that mess doesn't just sit in the sink, it starts to settle in your heart. That's why many wise women, especially as they get older, have learned a little trick. They tend the sink little by little. No one is expecting you to scrub every pot or shine every spoon. This isn't about spotless kitchens or fancy routines. It's about small choices, gentle moments of care. Maybe rinsing a plate right after you use it. Or stacking the forks neatly instead of letting them scatter. These small actions add up. They keep things from getting out of control. Even if you're having a slow day, just rinsing one cup can feel like a victory. You don't have to clean the whole kitchen. Just tend to the sink, and let that be enough. Let that be your one kind thing for the day. Here's the beautiful part: when your sink feels in order, your whole kitchen feels lighter. Suddenly, cooking doesn't feel like a chore. Making a cup of tea feels like a treat again. You're not fighting against your space, you're flowing with it. And most of all, this habit reminds you, you are cared for. Even if no one else sees it, you see it. And that matters. So today, if you're feeling low or your to-do list feels long, just go to the sink. Rinse one thing. Wipe the edge. Smile at the little piece you've created. That's where it starts, not with big cleaning days, but with tiny, loving steps that tell your heart, you've done enough. Point 3, handle it now, not later. You know what I mean. The mail you meant to sort. The sweater hanging off the back of the chair. That cup left on the side table after your afternoon tea. At first, these things don't seem like much. But slowly, they build up, and suddenly the room feels a little heavier. Not because of what's in it, but because of what hasn't been done yet. That's where this gentle habit comes in: handle it now, not later. Now, I'm not saying you should jump up and scrub the whole house. That's not what this is about. It's about small moments, the right now kind of moments, where you just take care of one little thing while you're already standing there. If you walk past a coat hanging on a chair, hang it up. If you've finished your tea, carry the cup to the sink instead of leaving it for later. If you're done reading the mail, recycle what you don't need and keep just what matters. These tiny acts of completion don't take much time. But they free up so much space, not just in your home, but in your mind. You won't have that nagging feeling that things are unfinished. Instead, you'll look around and feel clear, calm, in control. And the best part? You'll save energy in the long run. When you take care of things in the moment, they don't pile up into one big exhausting mess. You won't need to set aside a whole cleanup day, because you've been quietly staying ahead of it all along. Of course, there will be days when your body is tired or your mind is too full. That's okay. We all have those days. But on the days when you can move gently with your space, take those chances. Treat your home with care, just like you'd treat a friend. A little here, a little there. Nothing fancy, nothing forced. Point 4, choose what you see. Have you ever sat in a room that was technically clean, but still felt overwhelming? Maybe every surface had something on it: books, papers, decorations, reminders. Nothing was exactly messy, but somehow, it just felt like too much. That's because our eyes, and our hearts, need rest. And when we're surrounded by too many things, even if they're beautiful or meaningful, it can quietly tire us out. This habit is about choosing what you see. It means creating little pockets of peace in your home. Not by getting rid of everything, but by deciding what matters most to keep out in the open. It might be a framed photo of your family, a favorite candle, or a book that brings you comfort. When those items have a little space around them, when they're not buried in clutter, they speak louder. They bring calm instead of chaos. You don't need to go through the whole house at once. Maybe start with just one space, like your bedside table or the kitchen counter. Look at it and ask yourself, what do I really want to see here? If something doesn't lift your spirit or serve a purpose, maybe it's time to let it rest somewhere else. Maybe in a drawer, maybe in a donation box. Or maybe it's just time to say goodbye. This habit isn't about living in a magazine-perfect home. Not at all. It's about making room, for beauty, for peace, and for you. Because when your surroundings feel lighter, your mind does too. Even your most treasured items can shine brighter when they're not competing with everything else. That photo of your late spouse? That little ceramic dish from your childhood? They deserve to be seen and honored, not lost in a pile of stuff. So today, choose one corner, one table, one shelf. And ask, does this help me breathe easier? Over time, those little choices will make a big difference. Point 5. A gentle goodnight to your home. There's something special about the quiet moments before bedtime, isn't there? The world starts to slow down. The noise fades. The lights dim. And your body, your mind, your spirit, they all start whispering, it's time to rest. This is the perfect time to practice one of the kindest habits of all, giving your home a gentle goodnight. Now, don't worry, I'm not talking about cleaning the whole house before bed. That would be far too much. This is about small, simple touches. Little gestures of care that help you end the day with peace. Maybe it's fluffing the couch pillows, turning off the kitchen light, wiping that tiny spill on the counter, or folding the throw blanket across your chair. Nothing big. Nothing stressful. Just a few soft steps to say, thank you, home, for holding me today. Think of it like tucking in your house, the same way you might tuck in a child. Gently. Lovingly. With no pressure at all. The magic is that when you do this, you're not just caring for your space, you're caring for yourself. You're giving yourself the gift of waking up to a home that feels light, calm, and ready for a new day. No piles of yesterday staring back at you. No heavy feelings waiting to be handled first thing in the morning. Instead, you rise to stillness. To ease. To a home that whispers, welcome back. Many women say this habit brings them a deep sense of comfort, especially during seasons of change or loneliness. When the world feels uncertain, the act of gently closing the day with intention can feel like an anchor. A steady rhythm that says, all is well. You've done enough. And you don't have to do it all every night. Just do what you can. One cushion. One light. One cup rinsed and placed in the sink. That's more than enough. So tonight, before you slip under the covers, walk slowly through your space. Move with love, not urgency. Let your hands bless the home that holds your memories. And as you dim the lights, remind yourself, you are worthy of peace. You are worthy of rest. You are home. Bonus habit 1, create a little basket of blessings. Sometimes, it's the smallest corners of our home that hold the most meaning. We often think we need big changes or new furniture to feel better in our space, but the truth is, a little corner filled with love can lift your entire heart. That's what this next habit is all about, creating a little basket of blessings. Now, don't let the word basket fool you. It doesn't have to be fancy. It could be a small tray, a wooden box, a shelf, or even a drawer. The idea is simply this: choose one spot in your home where you keep items that make your heart feel full. Not practical things. Not paperwork or keys or batteries. Just treasures, small reminders of joy, love, and life. Maybe it's a photo of your grandchildren. A handwritten birthday card from a dear friend. A seashell from a beach you once walked with someone you miss. A church bulletin from a special Sunday. A little gift someone gave you, not because they had to, but because they were thinking of you. These things don't take up much space. But they carry so much meaning. When your spirit feels low or your day feels heavy, you can visit this basket. Sit quietly. Hold one of the items in your hand. Let the memory rise. Let the warmth of that moment return to you. Over time, this basket becomes more than just a collection, it becomes a sanctuary. A space that reminds you of who you are and what you've lived through. Of how deeply you've been loved. Of how many little blessings life has offered, even in the hard seasons. And this isn't something you need to fill all at once. In fact, it's better if you don't. Let it grow slowly. Thoughtfully. Add to it when something truly touches your heart. Let each item earn its place by the feeling it gives you. Some women choose to start or end their day by visiting their basket. Just a few quiet minutes to breathe, remember, and feel grounded again. You deserve that. A space that doesn't ask anything of you, except to smile. A space that says, this is your story. And it's beautiful. Bonus habit 2, let fresh air in every day. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? Just open a window. But this one gentle act can change the entire feel of your home, and your heart. You see, when a home stays closed up for too long, the air starts to feel heavy. Still. Stale. And that feeling, over time, starts to settle inside us, too. Our minds feel slower. Our spirits feel weighed down. We might not even notice it at first, just a quiet sense that something feels off. But the moment you crack open a window, something shifts. A soft breeze. A change in temperature. The sound of leaves rustling or a bird singing outside. It's like your home takes a deep breath, and so do you. Organized women, and wise women, have long known this truth. They let the air move. They open a window, even if just for a few minutes. Not because the room smells bad, but because the space, and the soul within it, needs freshness. And it's not about the weather. You don't have to open every window wide. Even a small opening, just an inch or two, can let new energy in. On cold days, even 5 minutes can make a difference. This small habit invites more than just air. It invites clarity. It moves out yesterday's heaviness. It makes room for today's light. And more than anything, it's a quiet message to yourself: I welcome renewal. I welcome change. I'm not stuck, I'm still growing. For those who live alone or spend a lot of time indoors, this matters even more. Nature reminds us that life is still going. The seasons are turning. There's movement, beauty, hope, just outside the window. So tomorrow morning, maybe while you're sipping your coffee or watering a plant, open a window nearby. Let the air stir your curtains. Let it stir your spirit. You deserve to live in a space that feels alive, not just clean or organized, but full of breath and light and possibility. Sometimes, peace begins with something as small as letting the wind find you. And now, dear friend, we've come to the end of this little journey together. We didn't talk about big makeovers or long cleaning lists. We talked about love. About care. About the small, gentle things that can make a home feel more peaceful, and a heart feel more at ease. And if you ever forget where to start, just pick the smallest thing and do it with love. That's more than enough. Before you go, I'd truly love to hear from you in the comments. Which habit spoke to your heart today? Was there one that made you smile? Or maybe you already have a little routine that brings you peace. Please share it. Your words could encourage someone else who's listening and feeling a bit lost right now. And if this video felt comforting to you, if it reminded you that you're not alone, that small steps matter, I invite you to subscribe and join us again. We're building a gentle community here. A place where wisdom, warmth, and kindness lead the way. Until next time, take a deep breath. Feel proud of even the smallest effort you made today. Because it all counts. And so do you. You are doing better than you think. Your efforts matter. And your home, this place that holds your life, is more beautiful than you know. Take care, my friend. I'll see you soon.